Welcome back to another SolidWorks tutorial. We are going to create a 2D drawing for this hollow pipe. And this is how the 2D drawing file will look like after we are done. So you can know how to create this 2D drawing for this hollow pipe. For more SolidWorks 2D drawing tutorials like this, please subscribe and turn on post notification. Let's begin. We start in the SolidWorks 3D modeling workspace. So this is the pipe. And in order to create the 2D file, we have to go into the 2D drawing workspace. So you can come to File. You can see Make Drawing from Parts. Or when you come to this, Make Drawing from Parts or Assembly, and click on it. Now there will be a pop-up to select the sheet size. We're going with the A2 sheet size. I think this will be okay. Or better still, we go with the A1 sheet size. Because we are going to use 4 2D views and 1 isometric view. That will be 5 views in total. So we use a much bigger sheet, which is A1. Okay. So this is our drawing sheet. The first thing we are going to do is to insert the 5 views. So we first start off with the isometric view over here. So click and hold the mouse and then drag it to this position. Okay. Then again, you come to View Palette to display all the views. The first 2D view we are going to insert will be the top view and replace it somewhere here. We can see there is a projected view. You can drop the front view here, but we don't need the front view here, so just come OK. Then again, we insert the front view under here. Okay. The next 2 views we are going to insert will be section view. Since the pipe is hollow, there are inner features that we need to show. So first we get a horizontal section view on this top view here. Come to drawing, we can see a list of commands here. There is a section view. The cutting line should be horizontal first. Place the center of the line on this center here, click. Okay. And drag the mouse below. Drop the section view. If you want to change the direction of the section view, you can just flip direction. But this is what we want. And the section letter is A. The first section, AA. Okay. Then from this section view, we also get a vertical section view in this middle here. Again with the section view. And this time the cutting line should be vertical on this center. This is a cut through the front view like this. So we need to change the direction. So click to drop and then flip direction. So this is the section BB that we want. Okay. Next, we want to make this isometric view colored. So click on the view somewhere here. Scroll down and the display type, set it to shaded with edges and high quality. There are no threads, we need dimensions on the isometric view, so just OK. And then we insert center lines in the section views. So first we insert the center line of this circle. So come to center mark under annotations and then click on this circle. Okay. You can extend it below. Click on it and click on this part and extend it below. and extend these lines also. And so we get a center mark here on this circle. And extend it also below. And since this is a curve, we need a curved center mark. So sketch, and we use a line to draw first a horizontal line to this point, center here. Move your cursor up, just like we are drawing in the 3D modeling workspace. Come back to this point. You can now draw an arc to the center here, and then a vertical line to the center here. You make the line for construction. So also for construction. This is also for construction. Okay. Then we add a dimension to it. So just click on this, and you can see the radius is automatically generated. Okay. We can delete this circular center mark here. So click on it. Press delete key on your keyboard. Click on this also. Press delete key on this also. You can delete all these center marks. They are circular. We don't need the circular ones. Yeah. And then we add our own center lines. A vertical and a horizontal line that crosses. So with the center mark, click on the circles. Yeah. I think this will be it for adding the center marks. If there is anyone, we can add it manually. Then the dimensions are too small, so just come to settings. Under document properties, there are a whole lot of settings or setups that we can do. So under dimensions, we can change the length of the arrow line here to 3, the length of this to, let's say, 8, the length of this to 10. And then the precision of the dimensions, we can disable any decimals. We just want whole numbers, and change the font. I'm going to use the font Verdana, but you can use any font you want based on your preference. And change the height of the text to, let's say, 10 millimeters. Okay. Under annotations, you also change the font again to Verdana so they can match. You make the annotations bold and their text 12, let's see. Okay. Okay, so this is good for the height of the text. And we want to make sure the section texts are visible. So double click on this section and edit it here. So there are a whole lot of fonts we can use. Use a Verdana for uniformity. And the height of the text 12 will be okay. Make them bold. Click. double click and apply the same settings to this as well. And then to the section text, double click, and you change the document font to Verdana. Okay, so we are not using the document font. Make it bold. The height of the text 10 will be okay. Yes. Click on this letter again, and you can see it's now applying. You do same to the section text AA on the top view. Double click. So you can double click here. Don't use the document font. And the font to Verdana. The unit height 12. The dimension height 12. Or 10 is okay. And bold. Okay. Click on this arrow again to apply it. Okay, so it has been applied. Okay. So we can now add the dimensions. In order to add dimensions automatically, just click on any view and then import annotations, design annotations. So you can see these dimensions have been added. So click on this and also import annotations, design annotations. Click on this, import annotations, and then the design annotations. Click on this view, import annotations, design annotations. So there are some dimensions we don't want on the views. You can just make them look okay, change their positions or rearrange them for a neat presentation, and then delete the ones that you don't want. We need this 70 here. And also this 100 here. This radius, we need it. Okay, so this is what we added initially. We can delete since there is another one here, so there is no duplicates. Okay. You don't need this diameter here. We can just keep it on this section view, BB, delete, and then put them here rather. So from this line to this line here, with smart dimension, this is 80. And from this line to this line, the smart dimension, this is 60. We don't need this 100 on the section view. And this 10 also delete. On this section view, we need this whole diameter is 40. And this 10 we don't need it, so click on it, press the delete key. Okay, so these are the dimensions we want on this section view. And then we come to this section view. We need distance from this line to this line is 10. The hole here is 30 diameter. And we also need the distance between these two holes. So the annotations, we first add the center line so we can locate the center of the hole. You click on this line and this line, this line and this line. Okay. And then smart dimension, this center to this center is 80. So these are also the dimensions we need on the section BB. Now let's come to the front view. We deleted a 60 diameter here, so we add it on the front view. This 100 is already here. There's no need for duplicate, so click and press delete key. This 10, we need it. Total diameter from this line to this line, we need it 100. And then we need this dimension also from this line to this line. That will be diameter 60. We need this length here 20. You don't want this 100. You place it on the top view. And this diameter 60 and diameter 80 is what we placed here. There's no need to have it again, so delete. We need this 50 height. This 190 is already here, no need to duplicate, so delete. This radius is 10 and the diameter is 10. You can add a text to show that it's true. So when you click on this dimension, there's this symbol that appears, so we just add a text through. Okay. Click. This 10 dimension is already here, so just delete. And this 70 is also already here, delete. So that's it for the front view. And then finally onto the top view. The 80 height here is okay. And this 20 is already here, so delete. You need a 100. You need a length from the end here to this center line. This is 100 because we deleted it earlier from the front view. And then this is 10, we need it. This 40 here also is okay. So diameter of 15, we add a text of through to the hole, so it shows it's a hole that passes through the whole section. Then the diameter of this arc, 30. We need a distance between these two centers. So smart dimension, on this center line and this center mark also, it's 100. And this is 50 to show equal distance between the whole centers and the center here. Diameter of this arc here, 60, is okay. Delete this 80 and this 60. You've already added it on the section view. Delete this 100 also. Don't need this 50 diameter and this 40 diameter. So basically, you just import dimensions or annotations and delete the ones that you don't need. That is very simple, instead of doing them manually. You can position the dimensions correctly for a neat presentation. So we can see there is a difference between this black color and this, because these dimensions are imported and this is not imported. So to make them all the same color, just come to settings, under colors, scroll down to dimensions. So imported has a color of black, non-imported should also have a color of black. Okay. Dangling. So basically all dimensions should be black. Let's see if that will change the color. Okay. So yeah, this is black as we set it to be. And then readjust the views. We can also change the thickness of the visible lines on the settings and line fonts. The visible edges, we change the thickness to 0.5. I think this is okay. So there will be a difference between the extension lines and the visible lines. We can reduce the thickness. To, let's see, 0.35. Okay. This is a bit okay. And finally, the title block, just right click on the sheet, edit sheet format, zoom in, and this is our title block. You can just double click anywhere to change the text inside. Text I'll use Verdana because that's what I used for every font. And just 7 for the height, make it bold. And then the title, SolidWorks drawing. Click. So you can do this for every cell here. Just do it for it. You can just and then just exit. Finally, we can save the part. So save as, and then in any folder you want, I'll save it in the desktop folder. Just part 1 draft or part 1 drawing. So basically, this is how to create a 2D drawing for this hollow pipe using SolidWorks. That's the end of the tutorial. Thanks for watching. And for more tutorials like this, make sure you are subscribed. And I'll see you in the next tutorial.